The Commerce Department paving the way for the some deregulation of commercial space after easing export restrictions for some space companies to ship satellites and related items to allies and partners. So what does this mean for investing in space? Well, joining us now is Andreessen Horowitz, general partner and co-founder of their American Dynamism practice, Katherine Boyle. Her piece this week in the Free Press is titled "The Fall of the Century. A rocket took off, came back to Earth, and restored faith in the American dream." Katherine, it's great to have you back on the show. Welcome.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
That's exactly where I want to start with you, because, yes, we had this Commerce Department news yesterday, but we kicked off the week with SpaceX doing what was thought to be impossible, which was catching a 23-story tall booster with its chopstick arms at its launch pad back in South Texas. I mean, how does it speak to, we teased you before the break saying, you know, you're sort of at this intersection of national security and tech, but how does it speak to that very topic?
It is truly the catch of the century. I mean, we should start by just acknowledging that this was probably the greatest engineering feat of the last 25 years. I don't even think engineers on the ground realized that it would happen that day, but the data showed that they should attempt it, and they caught it on the first try. And what I think, you know, we see it as Americans as inspiring. It truly is, I think, sort of the crown jewel of American engineering. But China is also looking at this and saying, wow, because of SpaceX, the U.S. is much, much further ahead on space launch and on launching satellites into space. I think it's something like 84% of mass launched into space globally is launched by SpaceX, and something like 15 times what is being launched from China is being launched by SpaceX as a company. So this is a singular important company for defense interests. It is changing the course in terms of, are we able to go back to Mars, and are we able to go back to the moon and then go to Mars? But it is also a very important defense contractor that not only has, a very important launch business, but also provides communications infrastructure for the ground, particularly in warfare.
Yeah, and I would say SpaceX, along with Palantir, and now increasingly Anduril, have really forged this path forward for defense tech investing, which you have been on the forefront of, but which we know is growing with more investors and also more startups coming into the mix now, too. It seems to me that this broader defense tech sector, which I'm considering SpaceX a part of, is shifting, though. We're moving into a new chapter, and it's away from this idea of proof of concept and all of these outsiders and so-called disruptors having to prove themselves and try and break into being able to compete for contracts with the government, to now these companies beginning to mature and having to scale and actually produce at a much larger level. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. And I think, for the first years of this sort of new defense movement, which you could argue started around 2015, 2016, there was sort of this question from the government: are you able to produce the prototypes? Are you able to produce the technologies that we need? And the resounding answer has been yes. I think even before that question, there was a question of, are engineers in Silicon Valley excited to build for the Department of Defense? And Ukraine certainly changed the course of history on that one. It is one of the most exciting sectors coming out of Silicon Valley. But now the question that the DoD is asking is not just, can you create 1 to 10 of a product, but can you create 10 to 100 and then 100 to 1,000 to tens of thousands? How do you increase the rate of production? And so, as you're seeing with companies like SpaceX and Anduril, they are focused on production. They are focused on reusability. They're, in the case of Anduril, they are certainly focused on mass manufacturing of the products that the DoD need. And the companies that are coming up in their wake, certainly the ones that were founded in the last few years, have been focusing their design for production. Okay. So the way in which they're building the products are very much focused on doing it en masse, which is what the DoD cares deeply about.